All right, I just punched it, and we are live with the next episode of V Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me, as always, is none other than my co-host, Vera.
Hey everyone! Hope you're having a fantastic night. Looking forward to a fantastic show.
As always, good to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
Next on the show, we have Talon.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back. It's
My
great to
pleasure
have
as
the
always.
show up and running.
Yeah, of course we do. Without our resident Talon, where would the show be?
Oh yeah, probably a lot better than it is now, but I try my best.
Glad to have you on. Next, we have Aeon.
Hello, good to be back here.
Mm-hmm. I know. I keep withholding stuff from you, but hey, I try my best. Okay,
Nah,
and you
dude,
do
you
a
get
great job.
busy. It's understandable.
Nah. I appreciate all the stuff you've done for it. I really do. And I'm always happy to have you on. And last up, we have was
He left the country.
Oh,
wait,
well?
really? hey! At least you came up with something better this time, though. If you're not in America, where are you?
You don't want to know.
Short answer
Yes.
is it's probably Hell, Michigan, or Hell, Sweden,
Hell, Norway.
or probably that one village in Austria called Fucking. Yes, there is such a small country called
Wait,
that.
really?
It's definitely hot where
Yeah,
Look
I
it
am
up.
because I need to sharpen my claws.
Okay.
Well,
Well then.
or basically, he'd be named after he'd be gone to one of the main places that were named after sex jokes.
I am.
Yeah.
Hang on. You should take a look at the live chat. We got a few ex-members in here.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
someone named Joseph Randall.
Joseph
I'm not going to
Randoli.
say
Oh, hey.
right, Randoli or whatever. All right,
Oh,
let's
you
kick
we
this
got
mess off with a beer in hand.
Do you want me to hold it?
Now let's just kick it off and let's see how insane this can all get before we just start thinking, why the hell are these people thinking like this? This is not healthy.
Oh, dude, I can get you covered in spades, cause you guys already know that.
The live chat.
Oh, I know, right?
It's
The Austrian
just that
village.
fucking
You have
is a
started. What
great
have you
place.
opened up, Aeon? Goodness, that the village
Dude,
of
I
fucking
like weird
Austria.
history. There is no such thing as a place called Suck a Dick, Czechoslovakia. I looked it up. It doesn't exist.
You know, Chris, I do agree with that statement. It would be indeed.
It does not help that the BBC guy said, "Look at the fucking children," and then proceeded to make some weird remarks about that.
Well, he was talking about a town in some random country, and I think that's pretty relevant. Let's move on, shall we?
Oh goodness, yes, please. Now I know we've been in such a grinding halt because of, and the furry community has been in the same boat too.
Because
But
of
yes, precisely. But there is a document that's been passed around, and somehow, yes, people do sincerely believe in this, which we will read together.
buckle up, kids. We're going to hell. Strap
Indeed.
on.
This is actually very depressing. Man, I hate to see it.
Yeah.
Please do read this article.
Alrighty, I'll take it away. Humans are awesome.
Getting the eye bleach.
The furry fandom is a celebration of human creativity and the experiences and diversity that fuel it. From sparkly aardvarks to duotone zebras from all across the world and from a variety of beliefs, we all contribute to the staggering level of human diversity that works hard to find and build common ground to come together on. Rolls
See,
eye here.
That's where they should have ended it. That's it.
Yeah.
Game over.
But here we are with the classic "Tell me more, sweet nothingness lies or something like that.
Yes, let's continue.
This benevolent outlook on human nature created a safe space for demographics that traditionally face marginalization, persecution, or punishment for the inability to conform. Because of this, the fandom is the multicultural place it is today. In the spirit of willing cooperation and diversity, Oklahoma Furries is a confederation of individuals working for the benefit of the furry fandom in celebration of human creativity and diversity. Everyone involved has their views, but where we stand together is an affirmation of benevolently intentioned people's right to exist as they are without fear of ostracization, violence, prejudice, or bigotry. Okay.
So this is just another example of the furry gatekeepers trying to tell us about their virtue signaling nonsense. Now,
Basically, liberty for me, but not for thee.
exactly. So let's look at one of their top 11 lists here. Number
Oh,
1,
joy.
they support a terrorist group called BLM. Black Lives Matter, right?
I'll have a meme for that when this story's over.
This is not what furries are about. Trans rights or human rights? What the hell is that about? No.
Nobody gives a crap if you're trans, female, or male, or whatever.
No. Who cares? We're furries, alright? We dress up as animals for fun. It's not political. There's nothing about this that should be in the thing. Like, this is just stupid.
In short, why are these people just dragging it, kicking and screaming?
I mean, number 8, I do agree with that. You know, love is love. Yeah, sure, whatever. Love whoever you want. I don't care. But this is
But
really...
question is it love for everyone or yes for everyone? Because
That is a
personally
$1,000,000 question.
option.
Actually, this one really makes you
They
think.
actually supported a terrorist group, though. BLM. Yikes.
No shite.
Holy bonkers, that's nonsense. Anyways, let's see what else it said. In that spirit, we strive to be keenly aware of injustices perpetrated by our society, particularly in our state, because injustice diminishes the creativity and beauty we seek to celebrate in a fandom of anthropomorphic humans. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Screw you. What are you talking about? I
We're
can't
not
even read this
anthropomorphic humans. We're
nonsense.
anthropomorphic animals. Humans are by
I
nature
can't even.
anthropomorphic.
You said anthropomorphic humans, buddy.
No,
Yeah, we're
come
anthropomorphic
on.
animals.
That's
We're
a- it's
humans.
a-
Come on.
dumb.
I mean, Jesus, man.
Who the hell are these gatekeepers? This is freaking stupid.
Okay,
I just like to know who fucking built the biology
sorry.
class.
People
I
with
just like to know who built the
disabilities are
biology.
first. Get out of here.
Okay, one step at a time. Okay,
Ugh.
okay. Slow down. Aeon.
I was letting Talon and Avera go before I say anything because what I was about to say was completely more crazy.
You
I
know
mean,
what? I think in the interest
that's
of
fine.
how worse can it get, I want to hear it.
It is like painting two Hispanic people as Chinese and trying to pass them off as Chinese. It doesn't make any form of sense here at all.
Oh, it doesn't matter what race you are. Like, we're all furries, right? Like, we dress up as animals for fun. Like, that's how it is.
But
Why
you get
in
my
the
analogy
actual
here,
heck?
man.
Why is this a thing? Ow, we
Because
support Black
they
Lives
think it pays
Matter.
money. They think it pays money.
No, that's dumb. That's retarded. That's extortion. That's stupid. I hate it. It's gross.
It
I mean,
says
Are they
they
going to
fear,
list 40 pronouns in this as well? Well, Chris, we'll
They
see here in
fear
a
it.
few milliseconds.
Oh, and look at number 11. Absolute rejection of bigotry is not itself bigotry. What are you saying?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
It is.
Get out of here with that nonsense. Stop it. This is dumb. Does anyone actually believe this?
The Oklahoma Furs do, and apparently most of a good chunk of the wider community does. Like, hand in heart do.
Well,
Well,
that's dumb.
to be fair to them, I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who actually likes, a guy who likes a joke, but you get those guys who just makes it sour for everyone. So I kind of agree, but I disagree with the wording, but I agree with the idea of it. Let's just
I
say it
see
like
what you
that. I
mean.
disagree with the yeah. I don't want those guys near me when I'm having fun either, because come on, they're souring everyone. They're souring They're only there to make life miserable for everyone else as miserable as they are. I can
Agreed.
somewhat agree with this. I
No,
can somewhat
I,
agree with that
I,
statement.
I was lost at number 1 when they supported the BLM terrorist group. No thanks.
I
They
see
mean,
lost
anyone
me
that's
support
there.
who
supporting
you
them.
want, but at the end of the day, who really gives a shit? I mean, since they're trying to say, "Oh, all this is wrong, and here's how you can be better," how we say you are. This is what I'm taking issue with.
No, it's the alt leftist terrorists that are trying to infiltrate the fandom, my dude.
They have,
that's what
man.
this
Like,
is.
they have,
I
and
know,
it's
it's sick.
Oh
enough.
It's
Like,
shit!
oh
You
my
know what happened?
goodness.
Remember,
One sec,
remember
go on,
the
go ahead.
chat that we had a while back with when I was recording my area burning,
What about it?
or when I was warning people in the nearby state in some of the other group chats. Um, some of the people actually came up to me and told me to stop spreading lies.
Say what?
And yeah, it's just ridiculous. They just came up to me and said, "Oh, you're just a liar. We don't. If we want that information, we'll go and get it ourselves." And I'm like, what the hell?
That's mighty suspicious.
And then I talked to one of the persons, and they said they actually went into these rallies and actually got attacked themselves, and now they're feared for their lives.
Yeah, I wonder how much CNN they watch.
And they were supporting the group too, so they got attacked by their own group that they supported.
That makes no goddamn sense for them to be coming up to you like that and saying that shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I still have the message still, but I'm not gonna post it even if I still have it.
That's crazy. My goodness.
Yeah, now you get a bunch of crazy people, but honestly,
Anyone
as
supporting him, it's
I,
just all I see it as just as it's either as much as Nazism or the KKK. It's all I see it as, just another version of that. You're supporting the same thing, and you're trying to get rid of the other organization while supporting another organization identical to it. You must be crazy.
no, I honestly, the way I see it is, all right, you get a bunch of crazy people. You're never gonna fucking get rid of them, unfortunately. But as
They're
long
in
as they don't
abundance.
bother me, I won't bother them.
Most
And
of the
at the end of the
people,
day,
No, man, I'm just not a fan of, people with political agendas coming into the furry fandom, trying to to change things, and be these gatekeepers of virtue signaling and all that stupid shit. They're like, oh well, you have to agree with us, otherwise you're such and such bad. No, screw that.
I completely agree with that. That I completely agree with. But
That's
at
what
the
they're
end of
trying
the
to
day, I
do, man.
also yeah,
You
no.
go ahead,
At the end
Tom.
of the day, at the end of the day, what I always say is, as long as they don't bother me, I won't bother them. They can have their crazy beliefs, whatever. But if someone come up to my face like that, it's going down. It's going down.
It hasn't been though.
Shit's gonna go down.
It's just a matter, and you're right. Like, it's a matter of when and not if. And
Yes, it's a matter of when. But still, leave me alone. I'll leave them alone. Everyone can be
it's
happy.
yeah, it's
Because
really
you know me,
it's
I'm a guy who only wants fun. I just want fun. That's all I've ever wanted is fun.
it's
But
really yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, absolutely.
Not all this crazy stuff about, oh, why isn't Trump dying yet? Please, Trump, die. Please die, everybody who isn't who I agree with. What the heck, man?
Well, that's terrifying. Yeah, that's what they want. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Dustin.
Yikes.
I actually want both of the presidential candidates to die. But I mean,
whoa.
I don't like either one of them.
Understandable, but
I don't like
that's a
any
little bit over
of the
the top.
last couple decades of presidential candidates. They were all horrible. I know
Trump is pretty damn good.
Each one has a few things that they do good, but in general they don't do enough, and they fuck up more than they fix.
Well, Joe Biden forgot this message.
Yes, I don't like him.
Where am I?
It's just to install Kamala Harris, people. I think that's fairly obvious, and they came right out and said it at this point.
And they're letting sex offenders
Anyways,
out.
let's not get too political here. I was just
Yeah,
saying
I
that.
think you're right.
Back
Let's
to
go
the
to-
list.
Really
Let's continue that list.
Yeah,
Well,
I will. Let's
not
God
really a
help us
fan
before we vomit with rage.
of this. So, shall we read on?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's I know the list is it's a lot of there's a lot of, beliefs that you don't completely agree with as well. Like I know. I
God,
understand.
it's terrifying.
Makes you want to puke with terror.
It makes me feel like somebody who's afraid of most of everything to messaging that.
Right. Here's here's the rest. Next paragraph after this list, we shall read together. While we all have different beliefs about how to actualize our own ideals, in the spirit of celebrating our diversity and enhancing the beauty of the world, we expect one another to be aware of the cultural and societal issues impacting our members, to accept re-education gracefully, to apologize for their errors, and to always strive to pursue personal growth, particularly where it pertains to their ability to serve others. All right, I'm going to close. That's it.
Re-education and apologizing.
I
Well,
am
does
resisting
that sound...
every curse word in the book right now after what I just heard. What in the 9 circles of hell?
I'm just
Yeah,
waiting
this
for
is what
somebody
I'm
to come up to me
19
and
we
make
have
me
Ingsoc.
apologize for slavery. I'm just waiting for that because my family were slaves for the royal family. And
To
no one gonna be
accept-
coming and telling me that shit.
Re-education gracefully. To
Gracefully?
apologize.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ingsoc. Full form now. They're no longer hiding it. Meet Ingsoc. Us, Ingsoc. Ingsoc, us. Nice to meet you. Please
Oh,
go
yes.
away.
1984. Absolutely. That's what this is. This is the type of toxic frickin' poison that is infecting our fandom, and we have to fight against it.
Or just reject
Well,
it and say no to it
yeah.
and try and think of something else.
There's plenty of ways to go about it, of course, but at the moment, I'd just like to say that we oppose this,
Very
I shouldn't be
heavily.
making collective statements anyway. I really shouldn't.
Most normal people will oppose this nonsense.
I'm going to say something
Yeah,
to this
I'm
whole
not gonna
entire thing.
apologize for something I didn't fucking-
This is my comment towards this whole entire post here. Help! I need an adult.
This is ridiculous.
Help! I need an adult.
All right.
Yeah, you're right.
What does the last paragraph say?
All right, let's read it together. This one. We will not require active affirmation of these values from participants in the parts of the community we run, but overtly disrespectful individuals may find themselves the recipients of moderation. However, because of the confederated nature of our groups, where individual leaders come together to make something for the community, our leadership universally affirms these values, works to live up to these values, and as a collective, we have decided that organizations that are themselves or that have leaders who consistently involve themselves in controversies with these ideals may not advertise or affiliate with us. Okay, there goes our membership into the Oklahoma Furries. There it goes. It's done. Back it in. Oklahoma's lost.
I'm just gonna go into a corner and cry my eyes out for something I never even knew existed.
Yeah, you and me both, man. Like
Oh
we just
my
lost.
god.
We lost another capital opportunity, and now I'm like, and my life as a dingo is over.
Yeah, my life is ruined. Whatever shall I do? Oh,
Not care, that's one. Because it's just a group of idiots who want to be idiots for the sake of being idiots.
I actually expected this from another more extreme state, not freaking Oklahoma.
It's furries, mate. It's furries. Do we even have any expectations anymore for furries?
I know, right? Like, but then
Nope.
again, you're right. Like, they're people in the end, like estates people. So, yeah, I really shouldn't be making that argument. But
I
alas, yeah.
now I always have a. Someone actually said something to me that's actually quite funny. He said, when he's dealing with furries, he has zero expectations. Then he lowers his expectations, and somehow they always disappoint him. They still disappoint him.
I know. I guess this,
It's
yeah. Like,
so sad. So
of all the
sad.
communities you went to, I know, like, you really have to lower your standards just to make this bearable.
Oh yeah.
This is just
Oh,
pain.
so sad. So sad. So sad.
I know. But I guess you don't.
So,
I don't know. Go on.
just a question for everyone here. Do you think that opinions like that we just read is really prevalent in the fandom? Like, do you really think like that's actually what like most people actually think, or is it
No,
kind of
not
just like a
not
fringe
most. I think
thing?
it's a lot. I think it's a lot, but I don't think it's most. Remember, the furry fandom is actually a place where people who, let's say, a lot of them are socially outcasts. Social outcasts. They found a niche, yeah, in the fandom. Something they can feel like they belong to, and I think that plays a lot into it.
Well, I think it's part of the fandom which is can't think for themselves, are the ones that are just
Pretty
taking
much.
whatever information you give them and just running with it. And I know there's a lot of them too. They
Yeah.
just join a fandom
I mean,
because
just looking
it's
at
a little
all of
easier
it,
to work with.
most I can say is they're just using very easily exploitable people just to push a message and what they want, which I just can't stand with, man. That's just messed up.
Mm.
Unfortunately,
well.
I believe you're right. Yeah,
Oh well, but in the end of the day,
that's how it is.
most at the end of the day, most furries are adults. They have to make their own decisions. We're not babysitters. We can't, no,
I question
I
that
guess-
can't.
sometimes.
I don't know. Do
'Cause
furries need a
some of the-
babysitter? Like, hey, right? Like
some
you
of the
said, help. I need
behaviors
an
that-
adult.
Yeah, some of the behaviors are like, what the hell? What are you thinking?
Well, okay. You have baby furs, and they do need adults, but I don't.
This
Are
is a
we
whole.
actually?
This is a different kind of help. I need an adult. You need a different kind of adult.
Yeah. But
You're
yeah,
right though. You are absolutely correct. I know. I just wanted to close this segment off by saying yes. I know here I'm kind of lucky to be insular. Yes, there's a few people out here down in my Aussie land that follow this stupid stuff as well. They do believe that too. Again, some. And yes, in the interest of I can't make a collective statement. Yes, I urge you to, reread this. What it means, especially reread that section that says re-education, and and just think for yourself what they want to do. Anyway,
'Cause this
enough
is
of
some
that though.
dark, crazy
Let's
stuff.
let's put in an overlay that'll make us feel better, right?
Yes,
Yes.
the clown.
What have you next for us? Oh yeah, Clown World.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
All right.
Fire?
So, in the interest, let's move aside from this depressing topic. And okay, so
Yeah, thank you.
I
Please,
think it's
yes.
time. Yeah, it's time. Let's boot her up, huh?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, start it.
Let's play and
I'll
laugh
start
at
in a second.
something.
Alrighty. So, we are going to move on to something that's very, very out there and animally related. So, this is it. Here's a question for you guys. You wouldn't hit a dog, so why kill one in Minecraft? Why violence against
Here we
virtual
go
animals?
with the penis crap again. Here we go again.
Yeah,
I don't
was you
know where
sticking
any
to
dogs
it?
are at.
Yeah, you
but
hunt that dog.
I don't know where any dogs are, but I've been killing sheep and cows and pigs.
Now, from the title of that article alone, let's all throw our heads back.
What
And
did you
I'm
do?
gonna make
You
them
set
ready.
that cow on fire.
Yep, I have a fire sword.
Wow. Do you guys
But
remember, like,
question,
2 months ago, there was an article about, what the hell was that game? Where, like, fishing was against veganism, and it was, like,
Animal
a whole
Animal
big
Crossing.
thing. Yeah, Animal Crossing, yeah. They were like, oh, cancel it, oh, how dare you hurt the fishies!
I think if
And
you
now,
Yeah, no,
now
don't
they're
like
going
something in the
after
game, stop playing it.
Minecraft,
Don't
bro.
complain about it. If you don't like
They
something
did,
that's
though.
I
not
have a serious
problematic
question.
in the game, just don't play it. Is it like
Okay, go ahead,
why
Talon.
ruin everyone's? Oh,
Hang
Yeah,
on.
I actually have a
Oh my
serious
god,
question.
more of this. If I kill a creature in Witcher 3 or Bloodborne, is that bad? No, it is not. No.
Sorry for
Go
that.
Okay, I
nuts.
actually have a
Go
serious
mental.
question now.
Okay.
I found asses.
I actually have a serious question now. For those who actually know Minecraft, are there actually dogs in Minecraft or are they wolves?
I know
They're
they added wolves
wolves.
very early in the game.
They're wolves until they
Are they dogs
get
or are
converted
they
to
wolves?
dogs. So they
But
start
are
out
they
as
called
wolves
dogs
until
or
you
are
give
they
them.
called wolves?
You get dogs as soon as you tame them.
Okay, so you don't actually kill dogs, you kill wolves most
Well,
of the time anyway.
you can kill the dogs too, but this if you attack a dog, it gets angry and it will come after you and it'll revert to a wolf.
Wait, what's the
Oh.
difference?
And you're basically still killing a dog, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm just
It is
They're
wondering
all-
because
wild dog.
it's
They're all
just
because
ones and
canines.
zeros. You're
that's the
only
point.
killing ones and zeros. That's all you're doing.
No,
Yes,
because I
like
actually have
the
a point to
whale
make about
shit in
this.
Assassin's Creed.
Because if they're calling wolves dogs, that means they've never actually played the game
Oh, a
before.
baby pig, die, baby pig.
Or at least know about it, or at least have some knowledge about the game.
Oh
Yeah,
no, Was, you have done some. You must be punished because you have done something haram.
I killed a baby pig. Oh no.
You have done the haram.
This one time at Haram Camp.
Yeah, but no, this story is complete and utter bullshit. I mean, killing animals in games and killing animals in real life is two way different things.
Rightio, like look at that. I'll read the Tantrum statement that they've made, like from the Conversation UK. Their tagline: academic rigor, journalistic flair.
What?
Yeah, I think
That's
I'm gonna
what-
get drunk as I read that article.
All right, so
So,
violence
you
against
know,
animals.
one of
Go
the
on.
things about this is um, stop smoking some or stuff, and you might think something different.
Nah, just get off the
Oh,
crack for once and you'll be fine.
I was gonna say crack,
Jolt.
but
Yes,
Could you go back to that article for a second?
I am. Yeah, let's scroll through first, and that's in the interest
All
of
right,
time.
let's do it.
So while I'm not going to read all of the things first, let's go through the more relevant segments
uh-oh.
and so forth. But before we do that, though, there was another controversial example as well. Like you remember that time when in The Last of Us 2, not that I played the game, when everyone made a statement because you had to kill a dog.
Yeah, yeah,
I think-
of course.
I think that's also in The Walking Dead season 2 at the start of episode 1. You're feeding a dog, then it just goes completely nuts.
I just beat a sheep
Well,
with,
maybe
with
he
a loaf of bread.
sensed the zombies.
No, you were feeding him beans, and then the minute you try and take him back, he bites you and tries to kill you over it.
You know,
Oh,
guys, there's
jeez.
something we all in the deep down, guys. There's really one thing that we all want to do. Here's a live comment from Basil. All we want to do is pet the doggo.
Yes, and that's what I've been saying.
I
That
want
is
to
what
kill
I've
the
been saying.
doggo.
That's why I love
Actually,
Terraria.
I don't like dogs. I'm a cat.
This is why I love Terraria so much, because in Terraria you can pet the dog. They actually put that in because of can you pet the dog?
Yes, even one of the Japanese games that was gonna set to come out. Yes, you can pet the dog, and that's what won people over.
Yeah. You
Didn't-
can pet the dog. You know what? If you can pet the dog, I'm giving you an automatic 10.
You know, in like another game, Ghost of Tsushima, they had like a petable fox, and so far, I think 1 to 2 million people have petted the foxes so far. Good God.
That's a lot of stat
Yeah,
keeping, but it's good. It's amazing.
that is a
Here's
lot of
another
petting.
question, big one too.
That's what I
One
prefer.
King asks, yes, why can't you pet the bloodletting beast in Bloodborne?
Because it will kill you.
Oh
And because it's a
goodness.
bunch
Yeah,
of
but
ones and
why?
zeros.
But why? The question is, why didn't developers let us pet the dogs? Why don't they? Are they some kind of doggist?
I know I'm not letting. I'm not letting Woz design a video game if he wants to kill the dogs.
Unless you're
Yeah,
Wolfenstein.
I'll eat them.
No,
Oh
killing dogs or something
no.
is
What are you gonna do, Woz? Move to China? I'm
No,
just kidding.
I'm a cat, so I'll eat dogs. Oh, have you ever looked at cats eating other cats? It's actually a real thing.
Wait, what? Jesus.
I watched a lion eat a cat and a tiger eat a cat.
Bruh.
It's messed up, but it's a real thing. They don't consider them full species, a part of their breed. And then
Oh
lions will eat
my
other lions.
good
It's
golly
just a thing.
goodness.
They have no problem with cannibalism.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like with one male
Wow.
gets in the pride, they'll go after the previous male's cubs.
Jesus.
Hmm.
But we're
When,
talking so much about cats and dogs, but I'm sorry to say, but guys, we're making a mistake because we're neglecting one of the most precious species that we know of, that's still in existence today, and that's the squirrel. Why are we not talking about the squirrels?
but we're
Oh
gonna
no,
all
you
eat them
found out
too.
you found out my secret plan. You've revealed my secret plan of me hiding in the shadows for.
Yes, but
We're
why are we
gonna
not talking about the squirrels? We all talk about petting the dogs and petting the cats and loving the cats and loving the dogs, but no one is loving the squirrels. Some places actually consider squirrels
a
a
delicacy.
pest. Why is this?
I feel so
Why are we
upset,
not?
man.
Yeah, it's
I mean, if I
upsetting
was a
to me.
game dev, here's what I would do with a squirrel. Just attach Revenant rocket launchers to its shoulders and a minigun on its back so it can go completely nuts on whatever's in front of it. You know, while making it pettable. A death squirrel.
Yeah, death squirrel.
I mean,
Pet it while it's
to be
slowly
honest,
destroying
like
them.
every single time, like I'm like driving around or like I just see a squirrel, I just cannot help and think about Jolt. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, there
Do
you
I need to
are.
get my
Like
saxophone and play Careless Whisper?
I can't. I'm just like, oh, that's it.
I completely agree with
Fact,
that.
yes.
I'm exactly the same. We all gotta love the old.
Like
I'm
I
so
said,
glad.
I should just bust out my sax right now and play Careless Whisper as a Vera
Here's an
thinks
interesting.
of Jolt.
Yes. Here's another life comment for you, Talon. Actually, in the first Life is Strange, the janitor and your main character share a moment bonding, talking about the good nature squirrels have on the world.
You see?
Hmm.
You see? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Someone gets it. Someone is paying attention to the squirrels. Okay, well, the only thing is, foxes are not sluts.
No.
Period. We are some of the proudest boys ever.
How proud?
Now I'm gonna get. Now everyone is gonna spam me with sexy foxes. I just know it's gonna happen. Oh,
Ah,
it's
it
so
can't be
hard being
helped,
a fox.
man. What?
Yeah, it can
I,
be helped. What can
I
you do?
know how you
What can you
feel.
do?
Goodness gracious. So here's a funny little thing as well. Like on this article, speaking of, when you mention up respect and why we're not talking about squirrels and stuff. Here's something about this. Here's what the article says. While societal respect for animals is growing, yes, that's true. Yeah, I know. I guess it's just one of those things, right? Like now we were, we're seeing, that's why we love petting doggos. That's and among all that other stuff. Oh goodness.
Yeah, but I think it's more about dogs being companions. They're
Yeah.
human companions. I think that's why we always love the dogs. So and then the fact that The Last of Us 2 lied to us. They said no, you could skip not killing the dog, and at the end you had to kill the dog.
No.
They lied to
I,
us. Those
yeah,
bastards.
Wolfenstein 2 kind of did that recently with the beginning. You know how BJ's dad makes you aim a shotgun at the dog. You can either kill it or aim away from it. End result, sadly, the dog still gets killed
Yeah.
by his dad. If you choose to aim away from the dog, which I always do, man, because I'm not going to kill a dog. That's just messed up.
Yeah, it's a pixel dog. I'm gonna blow
Still,
it
but in the
away.
context for like being tied down to a chair and forced to shoot it, nah, man, screw that.
Yeah, I think it's
Here's
the fact that you have to choose. That I think everyone just wants a choice whether they should do it or not. If I had a choice, I'd take a minigun to a dog. Honestly, I'm just that kind of guy that blows everything up in games.
I
I'm really
mean,
just that kind of guy.
if it's one of those
because the
Zerber
more
Tommy
firepower,
dogs,
the
it's
better.
better,
dead on
isn't it?
sight.
The
Bigger
more
is better.
firepower, the better. Yeah,
So
bigger is
here's
always
here's
better.
another good question that we haven't answered as well. Arthur Podking asks, if foxes are sleuths, no, they're not. What would scorpions be?
Oh, they'd be spiny type of stinger thing
I know
is.
exactly what scorpions. I know exactly what scorpions are. They're a big fucking problem,
They're
especially here.
assholes.
Well, yeah, that's a good answer.
That's the only answer I can give if people for that question is they're a big fucking problem.
I mean, they're a problem in Arizona. A lot. I mean, there's like a whole passing herd of them that would go literally into the city of Phoenix and put up shack in a house full of people. That's how insane. And I lived in that state and I've seen that on 4 occasions. And let me tell you, it makes me want to get the flamethrower.
Oh goodness.
Jesus.
No, but I honestly
That's a
don't have
lot of,
problems.
it's upwards of like 20 to 30 scorpions per herd.
In reality, I don't actually have problems with scorpions. They're kind of neat. They're cool and neat and everything, but yeah, I'm not having a housewarming party for them. Let's just say it, put it like that. I'm not
Agreed.
gonna
Hmm.
have a housewarming party for them anytime soon. But
Right.
yeah, they can be a bit of a problem, especially here where you have where we have a lot of sandy and rocky areas around our living
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah, you're right. They're more prevalent in sandy stuff, right? In deserts.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
and
they're pretty much a pestilence because they actually have no natural enemies here. They have no natural
right.
predators except for a few birds. But our scorpions mainly come out at night.
Hmm. But other than that, though, I guess all of this is the reason why even scorpion personas or suits are very, very rarely seen, and I have not seen one in all the time I've been here.
I've actually seen one guy. Well, there's actually a photo that I saw of them, but they do exist.
I know, like you said, it's very rare. I know if you can link me to
Yeah,
one,
actually no, actually I'm talking shit because I actually know of one that's a bug which is semi-scorpion. I think he's a scorpion, but are all friends scorks.
oh geez,
Yeah,
yeah, that old chestnut.
yeah. No, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. He has actually as a scorpion-like stinger.
Well, that was fascinating.
I think if we was furries, that they'll basically make some funny word like it about the stingers and the pincers too.
Yeah.
In much the same
Yeah.
way that we have terms like boopers and stuff.
Eventually it'll be made.
Yeah, okay.
Eventually it'll be made. We always find a way to fuck up everything. Unfortunately, that's just furry nature.
Mm. So yeah, but I guess that's what it is, though. So if you want to have, for something like that, more power to you. Just maybe you might be the
Yeah.
first to come up with that term, a funniest term for a stinger, and we'll all be using it.
Oh yeah.
All
We'll
right.
be using it.
Cool.
We'll be using it to death, actually.
All right. So we do have another story as well, and that's still related to the gaming world. And I guess here's something that's why
Oh boy.
you're right. Like, and I call this episode that you don't want to feel guilty because again, this had something to do with this topic we're talking about, but also the animals as well in video games. I know, right? Like,
Yep.
Yeah. So, this is it. Video game planes emit real carbon. Why gaming is not merely guilt-free escapism.
Can I just
God.
before we start,
Video
before we
game
start, before we say
planes
anything,
emit real carbon.
Yeah,
Oh
right,
my
before we
good
say
like,
golly
oh my
goodness, what
God.
is happening here?
guys,
The
guys,
stupidity
can I
is high.
Yes,
Yes.
go ahead, Talon.
Before we say anything, I know exactly the point that we get to, but I know exactly the point that they're trying to make. So just as a foreshadowing, I'm gonna say let's take theirs away first, and you'll know what I mean by when we get to that point when they make their point. Let's just take theirs away first.
Okay,
Period.
go ahead.
All right. So Jolt, if you mind reading to give us a bit of context.
Okay, this first line. Video games seem like radical relief from hard reality, but they're also deeply implicated in the problems we collectively face. Okay, so far that's an innocuous-ish statement. And the next one. There's a woman in my social media feed who has spent the past week flying around the world in an Airbus A320. Remember travel? The degree of enviousness with which I look at her photos of skylines and mountains is well past me impolite. She's not really traveling, of course. She's playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, the latest video game to capture the public's imagination as a kind of COVID-19 era bomb. This is a game that uses beam up satellite data to create a one-to-one scale replica of the entire planet, ready for players to explore now that the pleasures of physical travel have been temporarily relinquished by most of us. Right. So that's pretty much the background that we've gotten at the moment in light of the article video game planes.
Yes, but
So-
why is it a detriment?
So what
That's the
does
question.
this mean for the future?
You might have to read on a few sentences. Yes, you just read on a bit because it was in the next paragraph.
It might be.
Next
Oh
paragraph,
my
okay.
Goodness.
Let's read the next paragraph then.
It's in the next paragraph.
Like Animal Crossing before, which allowed a newly locked down world to escape to an idyllic, pleasantly sociable tropical island, Flight Simulator is the perfect game for the moment. Video games have seemed to somehow float above the trials of 2020, and as one of the few creative industries still able to continue to make stuff in a COVID-19 world, things might seem too sunny for both the art form and the industry.
Read on.
Yes.
As Trent Custer's co-founder and director of Melbourne Game Development Studio League of Geeks told me, it's a strange industry to be in, where we're so intrinsically involved with this crisis, but at the same time doing well. So this one's the next one.
It is a very strange time, and yet, let's go on.
Yeah, and I guess at this point, while Custis is speaking about how his studio is doing in light of the COVID-19 crisis, I'm glad the businesses are still doing well despite the crisis. I really am. But yeah, Talon, would you mind? What do you think? Should I continue reading? Or all right, so we'll skip these. This is just background fluff. Here's one. Now that no one can go outside, it's rare that you have a chance to interact with people that you're not close to. She says that's another developer, Grace Bruxner. We just staff for social interaction at the moment, and Twitch is just another way for me to connect with other people in a less formal story.
Oh God.
Right. And
indeed.
Yeah, and then they said, there's a bigger story here too. One of video games being both a medium uniquely poised to thrive with 2020 and also being intrinsically part of the rolling crisis. At their best, video games can seem like a radical relief from this world, but they're deeply implicated in the problems we collectively face too. hmm Take the climate crisis. It might seem that in the form of Flight Simulator amid a stay-at-home pandemic, we finally discovered an eco-friendly way to escape. The virtual Airbus A320 even has unbeatable fuel efficiency written on its fuselage. But before you get too hopeful, consider that Flight Simulator's virtual planet is grounding 2 petabytes worth of data, which players stream during play sessions. PC will, yep, that's a lot. That's a lot. And that steady stream of data transfer equals carbon emissions, like Netflix or other consumer electronics. But the carbon footprint of making, manufacturing, buying, and playing video games isn't something many players think about. Right. Okay, Talon?
So yes, basically what they're saying is that playing games causes global warming. Using
Yes.
electricity causes global warming, people. My
Right.
God.
The stupidity.
We've reached stupidity levels, but I say again, since using electricity and using computers and using servers causes global warming, I suggest we take away their technology first, and we'd be doing humanity a service.
I like your thinking.
How in the actual bonkers does this cause global warming?
No,
Really?
the reasoning is
Because
solid.
it's invisible.
The
No, I don't.
reasoning is solid.
No.
The reasoning is solid. We use electricity, which causes global warming because making power causes carbon emissions. I completely agree with that premise. Let's take away their computers and their cell phones first because that causes global warming.
There we go. And we'll basically be rid of all the people who are complaining about global warming in the first place because all they seem to do is.
The first,
Yeah, see? You're a genius.
The people who complain about global warming the most, they should be taken away first because they are the problem. They are causing the problems. They are
Yeah.
part of the problems.
Well, I love global warming. I think warm weather is great. It's fine. It's fantastic. Who cares?
So, no, you can have
Just more
your
fires.
warm weather. Send all the cold weather to my side, please.
Yeah,
Send
all
all the
right.
cold weather.
I don't know what you're thinking though. What do you want? Do you want me to bake you a cake so you can eat it?
Every year it gets
Yes.
worse. and
Let
worse,
them
and this
eat cake.
Fires get worse every year.
Yeah.
No,
sure,
I want the cold. I absolutely love the cold. I just want the cold back. Please give me the cold back.
I know.
You can have
right?
all the.
And it's about to be cold season where I'm at.
Oh,
No, it's always
no,
hot
thank
here.
you.
It's always hot here. Here we have 2 seasons. It's hot and very hot.
But yeah, you're right though. You're pretty much on point again. Like when someone sits down to play Flight Simulator, they're still emitting carbon even though they're at home, mostly through data centers or their home's electricity. And well, but I don't know what kind of analogy they're taking. Are they thinking that that playing X amount of games is worse than an actual Airbus A320 in terms of global warming caused?
I don't know. I also don't know what kind of point they make, but I can speculate on what point they're making, and I can agree with that. We should take away theirs first. That's my presidential. That's what when I'm running for president. That's my slogan.
Nice.
Take away theirs first. That's going to be my new presidential slogan.
Talon 2024.
Yeah, Talent 2024. Vote for Talent.
Yeah, vote for Talon 2024.
Yeah,
people.
hell yeah.
We'll support your campaign. Get it running.
Talent 2024.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, one day I'm probably going to run for president, but I have to be a bit older than I am now.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
that's right. Because they have that.
Oh wait.
They have the mandate where you can't be one.
Don't you have to like?
be
Yeah,
35
you have
years
to
old.
be a certain age, or you have to be a certain age, or have a certain
Don't
amount
you
of
have to
something.
be born here?
I don't know.
I'm
I
sure
think
you have to
in
be
much the same way that
born.
they were able to fake Obama's birth certificate, we can get one that passes off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Scorch.
Oh yeah,
What if the
that's
electricity you
okay.
use to
Yeah,
power
fair
your
enough. That's
game is
true.
just a solar panel?
Yeah. What
Talk
if the
about
electricity used to power your game is just a
it
solar
actually
panel?
still no, it doesn't. No, because the products that solar panels are made of also consume power to make, and that was fueled by coal. So you still have a carbon footprint. Checkmate. Checkmate.
So the world's screwed
Hmm.
either way.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah. I
question,
mean,
though.
I don't know. Like, so maybe you would think that
Yeah.
green energy is a bit of a misnomer, but
Green energy
alas,
doesn't exist.
we're not. Alas,
Green,
unfortunately, none of us are experts in producing electricity. But here we are.
no, unfortunately, green energy doesn't
Okay.
exist. Yeah, in the end, the end product, yes, you actually do have the power plant itself, like a wind turbine, producing less carbon emissions, which is fair, but the process in extracting the carbon emission, the materials to make those power plants
Yeah, it
sometimes can
requires no
exceed what.
pollution.
Yeah,
Again,
because that
same.
can sometimes
Yeah,
exceed what a normal power plant can throw out because
it's
of
like
erosion, stuff like that.
it's like you're right. Like it's the same thing that the purported benefits of electric cars are a bit of a misnomer, other than the instant torque and all that stuff. Like the green
Yeah.
element of an electric car.
Yeah, no, I honestly, this whole go green, and so forth, I don't agree with it. We're always going to have to use coal because as society expands, you're going to need more and more and more power. And unfortunately, uh, green green power sources aren't sustainable. It's not sustainable. It can maybe help for a house or something, but businesses can't use it.
No,
Cities can't use it. They're
coal is.
always relying.
We already have a problem with coal in our area. There's several problems with that. It's pollution that it makes
What?
that it causes breathing problems, and it causes black clouds wherever that. It makes the farmland harder to harvest.
But you see
And then
that? Yeah.
there's the
Okay,
coal
but
is
that's a
actually wearing
logistical.
out. The coal is wearing out in our part of the country
Yeah,
because we
but
have a lot of power plants in our
that's a
area.
logistical problem. That can be solved by numerous ways.
But
Seriously, that can be
you
solved
can't make
way.
coal out of nothing. You can't make that.
Oh.
So you only can harvest it.
Wow.
Well, but just because coal deposit in one area is running out doesn't mean it's not running out in other areas.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
you have
dig
other
up
but
forms of
them
surplus.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, but
Just
we're
because
running
it's
out of
running
our
out in
natural
one.
resources like those. We will have to eventually go to solar and other types of power sources.
See, this
You
is
go
There is no
nuclear.
choice. There is no choice
You go
eventually.
nuclear.
Nuclear cannot
No, you go
sustain
nuclear.
either. Do you know anything
No,
guys.
about
nuclear
nuclear?
can sustain.
I'm
Oh,
Nuclear
actually
can
yes, I
sustain.
planning on building a nuclear reactor for my suit. And I know the schematics of that, and it's not very easy to do with. I have to use the
We've
right
been
type of
having
fuel.
nuclear power for a long time now, and nuclear power is actually pretty sustainable. We've
Nuclear
even
power
got
is
our
just
nuclear
steam.
plant.
It's all it is just steam power. It's just using the nuclear power to heat up water. That's all it really is.
Yeah, but that's coal power as well. It's coal power is also
Yeah,
heating up
they
water
work.
to
They
create
work all the
steam.
same. So you can take a coal plant
Yeah,
and
they
turn it into
work.
a nuclear
Well,
plant, and
yeah,
take a
but
nuclear plant and we'll
it's
turn it into
still
a coal plant. It don't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
then you can also take a solar cell and power the steam engine too during the day.
no.
Because
I
electric
wouldn't
heat,
go with solar.
you
No,
can actually
it
do it.
wouldn't go
It
with
actually
solar
works.
because
It actually works, but it doesn't work during the night. But you can store the power up and
exactly.
generate enough electrical heat for electrical
Exactly. And
fusion coil.
what happens when it's cloudy? What happens
I
when it's
would
cloudy
stick
and
with
raining?
nuclear.
That's why you store up
Yeah.
a battery bank. That's why they always have the battery
Yeah, but
bank backup.
if you have
But
if
then
you
you
have
have
3
the
days
problem
of
with the winter solstice. It actually, even though it's currently bright light out, it's actually producing less power.
Yes, that's also another problem. So
Oh,
everything that's not
interesting.
optimal conditions is actually bad for solar
It's
power,
causing
whereas
inefficiencies, is it
coal,
though?
So in
yeah, coal and
some
nuclear
areas
power
where
doesn't
they
have that
use
problem.
steam generators, they use a electric coil in some of them to keep the water at a certain temperature that it can max out at, and then they use the actual heat from the other source to continue the power. So they have part of their power cycling back into the device and generating a percentage of it. If you look it up, you'll find it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
Okay.
but solar power to me isn't. It's
Oh,
not
I
the
know.
answer.
Let's look
We'll
it
Yeah,
up.
never have any.
it's very inefficient right now, but they have found some ways to make it a little more efficient. But government is standing in the way.
Yeah, a little bit of vision, but can it replace a city? That's my question. Can it replace a city like New York?
Oh no, not
Probably
right
not.
now. Not the way it's set up, the way
Yeah.
they're doing it, because
No, it's
And we
they're
have
doing it.
besides,
They're
yeah,
doing
nuclear
it
you're
power.
right.
very
Yeah,
inefficient. Even
bureaucratic nonsense.
even the new transparent solar panels that they're developing aren't that efficient. They're the lowest efficiency out of all the solar panels.
Yep.
Guys, here's some other little live comments here. Sorry to detract from going off too far off track. Okay. Joseph Pandoli. Wind turbines are racist towards birds.
Mm, completely
Speak.
agree. Ban all wind turbines right. I completely agree. We ban all wind turbines right now. Ban them all.
You wouldn't be racist towards birds, so why would you build a wind turbine?
Anyways, I
You know,
think
if
we're
anybody actually believes that, I have these choice words for him.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Soundboard.
Oh, is that from UHF? Weird Al?
Oh,
There you
oh
go.
hell yeah! You know I was
That's
going to
incredible.
use that.
Stupid! Hell yeah,
I
Weird Al.
okay.
That's incredible.
I sent
Amazing.
Jolt. I sent you a picture, being something ridiculous. A
A
steam
cursed
powered,
hybrid electric. Mm.
yeah, a steam train.
I know. The purists will be like, it will be all like, this is heresy, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay. Well, I think we're
Oh.
pretty much
And
at the
we
end
are,
of the rope
you know,
here.
and at the end of the day, this is basically,
Yeah.
do gamers produce more pollution than an
That
A?
was pretty good, Aeon.
Produce more greenhouse gases than an A320?
Freaking awesome, bro! I love Weird Al.
That's
It's
the $1 million
debatable
question.
because depending on how many are actually running, because they don't have that many Airbuses based on the population. But then who's going to play that game?
And and
How many
Airbuses
people
aren't
actually
exactly
play flight
probably
simulators? How many people actually
and
play
because,
I
that?
was thinking
the
of,
coup
like, Wheel
is
of
basically
Fish,
stopping
but-
the
oh, okay.
A320s from flying.
Never mind.
Right. So, yeah.
I still think that
Yeah.
the plane produces more carbon.
But I thought.
Okay.
Ultimately, I just don't think you should feel guilty. You should play Flight Simulator and not feel guilty about doing so.
Yeah, exactly. I
Cars
completely
emit
agree.
CO2.
Because
I
you're
don't
already
just
going to be bored
plant
of
a lot
it pretty
trees.
quickly. You're going to be bored of it before too long,
Differ.
anyways.
Depends on how you see the world. That's
Yeah, I
which
get
is
bored
how
of
it
that
is.
stuff quickly. Every game I
Yeah,
get
the
bored
only
of.
way the way I see this is when I'm playing games, I'm not thinking about the poor baby seal hanging from the ice glacier busy melting. I'm
Yeah,
not thinking
same.
about that.
All
I'm
right.
busy thinking about how many demons I
So,
can kill.
I think
1 second, Vera.
this pretty much sums it up.
You're right. Yeah, that's ultimately the point. And Talon is right. Who seriously thinks about that sort of like the Antarctics when they're gaming? I don't.
Yeah, I don't think about that
Yeah.
either. Even though I know it's to be true, but in a way.
All right.
What the hell? We should all get on our 500-watt computers and complain about the 200-watt game console. That will teach them
That will teach
to
them
make
to make
carbon.
carbon.
Yeah. That's
You
exactly
stick
what I
it
mean.
to them, man. Yeah, actually, or better yet, if you want to have like the ultimate idea, get on your console's internet and complain. and teach those guys. Reach out to your council's power plant. Like, stop pumping electricity. As I type this on my 200-watt console.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Oh. Now, you ever seen
Yeah.
that meme about the world without electricity?
Don't think so.
Yeah, it shows
Yeah.
a bunch of electronics with the gas-powered generators. Everything is microized. Your phone has a generator. Everything. There's no actual batteries. There's just generators everywhere.
Wow. Shit. And
It's
actually,
messed
you
up.
know
I
what
find
though?
it.
I just want to say one last thing though. This is why Jurassic Park was thingo, so that we could have an endless dinosaur farm.
Yes.
Yes.
I fully support.
Yeah,
cloning
all we
the
gotta do is just have a meteorite hit the planet and wait a couple million years, and then we can harvest the oil.
Yeah. We just need a dinosaur breeding
We just
program.
keep on redoing it every time, and we'll have some oil. And meanwhile, we'll find an alternate for that.
An
Until
alternate
then.
fuel source.
Yep, and
Until
then we'll
then,
just go back and forth between the alternative and the classic style.
Nah, I think what we need to do is like find the search for the fabled dinosaur egg.
Or we can do what they did
Yes.
in what do you call it? Stargate, when they took the alternate dimensions power source. They just siphon energy from another dimension.
Jolt, you know what?
Yeah.
I actually found a perfect solution. I actually found since we're running out of fuel and they're complaining about us killing dogs in games.
Yeah.
Well, we actually have the perfect game. We actually have the perfect game already for solving this entire problem. Jurassic Tycoon.
There you go.
They actually have that game.
We just solved global warming.
It's that easy.
Just
And we
that
don't
easy.
we don't-
Download.
Send dinosaurs all over the world.
Yes.
We all download Jurassic Tycoon, and we all make dinosaurs for our future of sustaining the fossil fuel economy.
Yes.
And somebody's gonna invent the replicator.
Nah, don't worry about that. Oh, you don't have to worry about the greenies because the dinosaurs will eat them.
Yeah. Yeah, if they start complaining about us misusing dinosaurs, we just let the dinosaurs go. That's gonna be gorgeous.
Hey, Jolt, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Still am, and we're running. So, and I understand, I guess it's what it is. But hey, so I know we are stretching it thin, but that pretty much sums up this in a nutshell. I know. It was fun though. We had some great ideas, and we're happy with it. And yeah, so who'd like to wrap things up?
What happened to there? God damn it.
I don't know. I think have you seen him rage at his iPad StreamYard? Goodness, I don't want to show you.
Just get an Ace boost or something at this point. Just get rid of the freaking iPad.
I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to prop it up, but hey. So, yeah, who'd like to close up one by one? Alan?
All right. Yeah. Well, it was fun tonight. I actually had a blast tonight. It was great. We came up with a lot of great ideas. Seriously, we could be
We can
maybe
change the world.
yeah, we can change the world, mate. Furries ruling the world. I kind of like the idea.
Agree.
The cats are gonna rule the world, and
Nah, I'm gonna support the
force all
dream,
the
mate.
squirrels and dogs to run on hamster wheels and provide all the power for the world.
No, that is squirrel racism right there. Nope.
Yeah, I agree.
You ain't allowed in our country.
No. Aeon?
Well, it's like ever since we've been quarantined, and Jesus Christ, the world has gotten a lot more crazier. It's slowly turning into Petaville.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
On the note of squirrels, yesterday when I was riding my bike, I almost hit a squirrel.
Oh no!
Okay
Oh.
then.
Oh,
It
thank you.
almost
You
got.
know,
It was acting really weird.
Yeah. Okay then. Other than that, all I'm just seeing is a lot of bitching and moaning from just people who have a lot of free times on their hands since they advocated to
True.
be in this quarantine. You know, you kind of brought it on yourself by advocating for more of that. But that letter thing, just no. If I could I would make a copy, get a video running with my mask on, grab a trash can, and burn that sucker in it. No.
I don't know, man. I guess just let the Oklahoma furry scene know, reap what they have sown. I say just that.
Yeah,
I
but
Anyway,
think
that's
there's going
all
to be
for
more
me.
of that. I think there's just going to be more and more of the same stuff they're doing. They're just
yeah.
having more. The old people in the fandom are not able to keep up anymore, and so they're having a bunch of the young people who really don't know what they're doing take over, and it's just going to get worse. They want
The
to change
Oh
things
madness.
to
God,
be
I hate.
be their own way, and it's just going to be just all types of no because the old people already fixed what problems were, but they don't want to. The young people don't want to use it.
I don't know, man, but oh God, if we had Inu on the show, I would actually congratulate him and say this is the only reason why boomers are useful. Oh.
Yeah, because we can run things. We can run things, and we don't get bored of running things correctly.
What the hell is that?
what?
Anyone else hear that?
That's
I don't
that's
know.
stuck on the show, man.
Just
Yeah.
what the hell?
But hey, you only heard it here, guys, from me.
Yeah.
Anyway, not to take the piss out of anyone, but yeah, they're still important. Anyway, hey Vera, you here?
Yes, well, this was super fun. I'd like to thank our incredible panelists for having an amazing show,
Mhm.
and I hope to see you guys in the future.
All
That was
right.
awesome.
Yeah, alrighty. Just one thing, Joseph Pandoli, since you're new. Yes, we stream. Hopefully, we aim to stream every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the schedule we run on. And as always, you are able to catch up. Yeah, we stream on YouTube first by way of programs, and then you'll be able to catch. If you miss it, you will always be able to catch our episodes on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and later on we'll be posting to more platforms. But in the interest of time, yes, this has been a slow but if not awesome week as things are. And thanks again to our viewers. I hope you enjoy listening to this as we did making it. This is us signing off. Talent 2024. Farewell and
Have a
until next
happy
time.
Rocktober if you own a lichen rod.
Cheers. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
It was great.